I've always been a big fan of cameras like this, 360 degrees cameras, because you can just simply press record and it's going to record everything for you from both cameras, and then you can choose afterwards what you want to see. It captures everything. They're fantastic. Now we have it on a drone. Today, let's talk about the Insta360 Sphere. So this is the new camera by Insta360. It's called Sphere. It has one camera on the top and another camera at the bottom. And this clamps perfectly into position onto the drone like this. This is compatible with the DJI Air 2S and the DJI Mavic Air 2. The camera itself fits perfectly in place onto the drone and it clamps onto the top here. It doesn't affect any GPS signal on here because of its placement. And then you have one camera at the top, another camera at the bottom, and therefore it makes the drone itself completely invisible. So you're not going to see the drone, the propellers, nothing in the shot, and the stitching is perfect. Now when you use a camera like this, is the X2, and you might mount this onto the top or the bottom of the drone itself will block some of that frame. The stitching isn't ideal, but on here everything is invisible. The whole drone is invisible, so all you see is the shots from the camera, and that is brilliant. Now when not in use, it comes with these two lens guards. These protect both the top and the bottom lens, and it also comes with this huge landing pad, black and yellow on one side, but then the Insta360 yellow and black on the other side. Really cool landing pad there, and use that for takeoff and landings. Because the drone has the camera at the bottom, you want to use that landing pad for takeoff. Now traditionally when you're flying a drone, you are the drone pilot. You get to choose the direction this drone is flying, either forwards, backwards, side to side, and you're dictated to by that flying or the orientation of the gimbal. But now you've got these two 360 degrees cameras on here at the top and bottom. Afterwards, after you've done the flying, you then become the director. So you can choose, you've got a whole 360 degrees of video to choose. Do you want to see one aspect or another aspect? You can add different roles, you can add the orientations, you can add flips, you can do whatever you wish with this in the creative abilities. Now to do all that, you're going to need the Insta360 app. This is available on your phone and tablets, or they also have it as a studio app as well on desktop. And this is super straightforward and easy to use, enable you to just on the desktop move the angles around completely and completely transform that image. There's also on the app, it's got Shot Lab. So if you're not comfortable at first doing your own editing, this will take the clips that you've just recorded and give you options of different creative ideas what you can do automatically. So on this example here, this is the horizon tilt, and this will mimic some Inception like flying where the drone looks like it's spinning like this, but really it's not, it's just flying forwards. But you get this really cool looking shot, and there are dozens and dozens of different automated shots that you can all create through the apps. And by changing the direction of all the footage, you can then mimic FPV style flying as well. So you can change directions, you can add flips, you can add banks, you can create really good looking FPV style shots, but simply just by flying forwards, up or down with your drone. You can get shots just like this. Relating to the actual specs of both these cameras, they're both 5.7K, they're both f2.0, 5.7K in 30, 25 and 24 FPS, and in 4K up to 50 FPS. So you can do raw photos, and in video there's standard, HDR, time-lapse, time shift, and then we've also got standard, vivid and log color profiles. And the whole thing weighs 192 grams, and that's with the battery inside of here, and it has a 48-minute battery life. So it will get you round about 2 batteries life on the drone itself. So that's more than enough. And then you add an SD card into here, and all the footage is then recorded onto the SD card. And then you can view that footage either through the apps, and you can transfer it direct from here via Wi-Fi, or you can simply get your SD card and put it into your computer and edit then on the Studio app. If we look at the standard video that you can record through here, so you can record on your drone at the same time, then you also can be recording on this when it's attached to it, and then we can see the difference between the standard side-by-side video here of the DJI Air 2S, and then when we can then mimic and change completely the look of that footage because it's got that 360-degree camera on the top and bottom. So if you're into drone flying and you want something different, something more creative, then this is a fantastic accessory that's going to just completely change the look of your drone footage. And if you're getting into FPV but you don't want to go out and buy an FPV drone, something like this will mimic a lot of those shots all for you, just like the rolls, the dives, the barrel rolls, all through this. It's remarkable just how good this is. I really do like these 360 cameras. They are so cool and great for travel, and now we can get this on a drone and make the drone completely invisible. So if you want to go and check this out, it's called Sphere. I'll link it in the description below if you want to go and have a look. Thanks so much for Insta360 for sending me this. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this over the next few months. Comment down below if you're going to go and pick one of these up, or you've got any more questions on this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.